I'm Donna Wolfe from Naztazia.com. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet a broomstick lace crochet blanket with Solomon's knot edging. To do this, you'll need about 600 yards of worsted weight yarn, a size K crochet hook, and a size 50 knitting needle. You can use other items like a size 35 or even 19 knitting needle, or a thick wooden dowel, or even a school ruler. You can find the written pattern on my website, Naztazia.com. To begin, chain 120, or you can chain any multiple of 5 to make it larger, like 150, or you can make it smaller by chaining only 100. Then take your knitting needle, or dowel, or ruler, and insert it into the loop. Then insert your hook into the next chain. Yarn over, pull through, and draw up a loop. Put it on the needle. Insert your hook into the next chain. Yarn over, pull through, and draw up a loop. And the same for the next chain. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and draw up a loop. And the same for the next chain. Repeat this process across all of the chains. At the end, your knitting needle will be rather loaded with loops. If you did more than 120 starting chains, you might find one needle is too crowded. To fix this, just use another needle as you're going and put the loops on the second needle. Once you are done with putting all the loops on the needle, we're going to take them off in groups of 5 loops. First, slide your hook under 5 of the loops. Bring it to the top, then chain 1. You will chain 1 at the beginning of each row only. Pull off the loops. Pinch them in the center slightly, then do 5 single crochets in the center of those loops. And here's what it looks like. Now, slide off 5 more loops. Pinch them in the center and just do 5 single crochets in the middle of all the loops. As you can see, I'm struggling a bit to hold everything in my hands for the camera. Sometimes it helps to rest the bottom of the needle on a table or a pillow next to you while you crochet. Now we're going to slide off the next 5 loops. Pinch the loops, then just do 5 single crochet stitches in the middle of those pinched loops. You are going to repeat this process of taking 5 loops off, then doing 5 single crochets in those loops, all across the row. Here is what the first row is going to look like. Don't worry if it's a bit wobbly or uneven. It will get better looking as you go. Once you've completed your last stitch, to begin the next row, insert your needle into the remaining loop. Insert your crochet hook into the back loop of the top of the next stitch. Yarn over and draw up a loop. Put the loop into the needle. Insert your hook into the back loop only of the next stitch. Yarn over and draw up a loop. Put it on the needle. By the way, if this blanket is too much of a challenge, check out my easier broomstick lace scarf video on my YouTube channel. Insert hook into the back loop of the next stitch. Draw your loop. Put it on the needle. You can see we're moving on now to the 6th stitch, which happens to be the first stitch of the next broomstick cluster. Keep following the same process. Keep repeating this process all across the row. And here's my last loop. As you can see, this is what this row should start to look like. To begin the next row, do the same process as before. Insert your hook in the first set of 5 loops and do a chain 1 to start your row. Take off the loops from the needle, then do 5 single crochet stitches in the center. Slide off the next 5 loops, pinch it, then just do 5 single crochet stitches in the center. Here's what it should look like thus far. The broomstick lace clusters on this row should line up with the clusters below. Keep repeating this process across the row. Here's what the finished row should look like. When you want to start the next row, do as we did before. Insert the needle into the remaining loop. Insert your hook into the next stitch and put the loop on the needle. Keep alternating putting on loops, then taking them off in groups of 5 for as many rows as you want. When you are happy with the size of your blanket, just end on a row where you do the 5 single crochets in each cluster. Be sure to cut and weave in all ends securely. Now, I like to put Solomon's knot edging on my blanket, but you don't have to. Be sure to see my basic Solomon's knot video on YouTube if you need additional help with this. To begin, connect a new color yarn to the middle of the first broomstick lace cluster. Insert your hook, chain 1, then do 1 single crochet all in the same stitch. Next, lift your loop about an inch or so high. Yarn over, pull through, and pinch the center. Reach in the center and do 1 single crochet. Lift your hook again, yarn over, pull through, and pinch the center. Reach in and do 1 single crochet in that center. Find the center stitch of the next broomstick lace cluster and do 1 single crochet in there. Repeat doing the Solomon's knot stitch. And remember, check out my basic video for Solomon's knot, also known as the lover's knot, if you need help with this. Find the center stitch of the next cluster. Then do 1 single crochet in it. Repeat this process again across the row. Here is what your knots should look like. When you get to the corner, I like to make an extra love knot at the corners to form a point. In this case, I'm doing my single crochet in the last single crochet from the previous row. Along the side, I like to stick my single crochet kind of at the edge of the single crochet rows from before. I skip over the loop type rows and do my single crochet along the edge of a single crochet row. When you've gone around all 4 edges of the blanket, it's time to go back to the starting point. Start your normal knots, then reach around a bit and do your single crochet in the middle of the top of the first knots that you did. Proceed with your next knots, then do your single crochet in the top stitch in between the next set of knots. Keep repeating this process around for as many rows as you wish. For my sample blanket, I made 4 rows of Solomon's knot edging in white. I hope this video has helped you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website at Naztazia.com for more tips and tricks on creative, self-sufficient living.